Officials are waiting for a status update from Japanese company iSpace on its second attempt to land a private lunar lander on the moon. The lander, named Resilience, was set to touch down this afternoon, shortly before it was set to land at 3:17 p.m. Eastern. The company's live stream showed Resilience rapidly dropping altitude. Communication with the lander has since completely been lost, and officials say they will provide an update at 8 p.m. tonight. It comes 2 years after the company's first attempt at this resulted in a crash landing. Leroy Chow joins us now. He's a retired NASA astronaut and ISS commander. Mr. Chow, thank you so much for joining us. What is the point of this mission? Can you tell us a little bit more about what they were trying to accomplish?
Sure. As you mentioned, this is the second attempt for iSpace to soft land a vehicle on the moon. This time they also had a European-built rover on board, and it was going to go do some interesting things. It was going to scoop up a sample of the regolith, or the dirt, which they already had an agreement with NASA to purchase for $5,000, kind of a symbolic gesture. But they had a number of other payloads and radiation detectors, things like that. And it would have been the third commercial lander to successfully land on the moon after Intuitive Machines and a partially successful landing 2 times, but then Firefly Blue Ghost successfully landed just a few months ago, had a complete mission success. So that's a big deal. NASA is going to rely a lot on these commercial partners, the so-called CLIPS partners, to help to explore the regions that we want to establish lunar bases and have humans exploring in those areas. So unfortunate. It sounds like contact has been lost. It doesn't look great. I know we don't have official word yet, but it's just, it kind of underscores how difficult these operations are.
Yeah, we'll be looking ahead to that press conference at 8 p.m. Eastern to answer some of these questions about what exactly has happened. There's a lot we still don't know. But if it does turn out that this was a crash landing, how significant would that be as a second setback for iSpace?
Sure, and it's, of course, we need to figure out what went wrong. Was it the same thing that happened last time, where sensors were confused and thought it was already on the surface and cut the engines down, or they were a little bit low on fuel as well, and they ended up in a catastrophic failure? I believe the company has learned a lot from the past, the failure from 2 years ago, and so hopefully they've made a lot of changes. So I'm hopeful that this latest issue with this lander is not the same thing. Unfortunately, the profile looks very similar, and the fact that the team observed the vehicle falling at a rapid rate just before they lost contact with it is not a good sign. But I'm sure they've got some good data they're going to be looking over, and my thoughts are with them. I know how disappointing this can be, and I want the commercial folks to succeed. I think they're an integral and critical part of our space exploration program. So there are going to be these hiccups, but let's keep pushing forward.
Yeah, we know that a lot of work went into this, but sometimes even a failure can still be a step forward. Leroy Chow, thank you for your insight. We appreciate it.